so if we're trusting in God for everything to inform us and instruct us about life, then we understand the things of life better, right? But if we have another value system, and let's just put, let's just reverse the top three. So let's put money number one, let's put gifts number two, and let's put God number three, and then, the rest to follow. To mirror the other side of the value system. But here we can see there's a difference, right? Because God's voice has already been diminished a bit, right? We're saying that, okay, God, I trust you over these things, right, that are below you. I'll listen to your word. I'll follow your instruction regarding these things. But these things I've placed above you, where I will lean to my own understanding. And what does God say? Lean not to your own understanding, but in all your ways acknowledge him, and he will make your paths straight. Right? But when God's word is diminished and he's not number one in our value system, then who's teaching us about those things that are above him? And you see, when God is not in a position to teach us and instruct us and give us the knowledge, the correct knowledge, then we end up misusing, perverting, or abusing those things that we place above him because we don't even know the true meaning of them. And that's key. That's important. Because when we think about our gifts, for the sake of this lesson, when we think about our gifts and our talents and the reason for which we have those, it's so easy for us to use or misuse our gifts or abuse our gifts because we're teaching ourselves about what we should do with them, as opposed to going to the one who created us and asking him, how do you want me to use what you've given me? Right? That's a big difference. That's a big difference. And so this is what this lesson title simply means. Gifted to gather to God means that God is the distributor of gifts, right? And the purpose of a gift is to gather people to God, to put the emphasis on God. And you see, that's why a gift and talents are so powerful. That's why they have such a magnetic attraction. It's because the purpose of a gift is powerful. A gift has a powerful purpose because the purpose of it is to bring attention and awareness to God. It's to highlight God. It's larger than us, right? You see, there are, I want to make sure we get this. There are two things that we have to know if we're going to utilize our gifts properly. There are two things that we have to know if we're really going to succeed with the gifts and talents that God has given us. Number one is we have to know that a gift is powerful. And a gift is powerful primarily because of its purpose. You see, the purpose of a gift is to gather to God, is to lead to God, is to highlight God, right? Is to put the emphasis on God. That's the purpose of a gift. So it's powerful. I mean, let's look at Jesus, for example, right? I mean, this is the same Jesus who said that the Father has commanded me to come and say what he wants me to say and how he wants me to say it, right? And this is Jesus, who was gifted tremendously. He was a preacher. He was a teacher. He performed all of these miracles, right? And so people would gather from all around to come and see the gift of Jesus, right? And whenever people would come, he would lead them to the Father, right? This is the same Jesus who said that, no messenger is greater than the one who sent him, right? Jesus is saying, don't fall in love with the gifts. Don't fall in love with the miracles. Don't fall in love with all of that, but fall in love with the giver of the gifts. And that's important because we're going to draw attention. I mean, if you think about the power of a gift, the gift has the ability to draw multitudes. It has the ability to raise awareness, to cause people to focus, to evoke emotion, to mobilize people. I mean, a gift is powerful because the purpose is greater than us. And when all of these people would come to Jesus, or when Jesus would talk, he would say that the messenger, the gifts, everything that you see about me, does not surpass the Father who sent me. He should still be getting the glory, right? Which was a model for us. And that's key that we understand that. I mean, even Solomon, right? People came from all over to witness a gift. He was gifted tremendously in wisdom and in insight, right? So number one is knowing the purpose and the power of a gift. That's number one. That's one of the things that we have to realize. And the second thing is we have to, this is so important. Number two is that we really have to keep close to our hearts the fact that part of our fallen human condition is to want glory. We have to understand that. Even if we go back to the garden, you know, when that sin happened, the serpent said to Eve, surely you will not die, or, you know, you will not surely die, right? But when you eat of it, God knows that you will be like him, right? Your eyes will be open, and God knows that you will be like him, or you will be like God, right? Which is that even playing field, right? Wanting that glory. And that's at the core of our carnality, is men wanting glory. It's at the core of our carnality. And that's one of the things that we really have to be aware of. Because the power of a gift, it brings people in. It causes people to focus on us, right? But we have to realize that it's not for our glory, but it's for the glory of God.